Welcome back to Primetime News.
And a special welcome once again to our viewers on onespotmedia.com.
Up first this evening, Jamaica will have access to more than $1 billion under a new arrangement with the International Monetary Fund.
Now, this time around, there will be no austerity measures, as was the case under the previous agreement. Details of the new arrangement were provided today. Our business reporter, Javon Keys, reports.
Jamaica currently has external debt which will mature in the next 2 years, which is the end of 2024-2025, to the tune of $1 billion, with the reality that the debt could attract interest rates higher than currently being experienced. Finance Minister Dr. Nigel Clark looked to the IMF. A staff-level agreement has been reached for access to funds through the new Resilience and Sustainability Facility (RSF).
That would allow Jamaica to access up to $763 million at an interest rate of approximately 3.8% and a repayment period of 20 years, with no principal repayment for the first 10 years.
Dr. Clark says signing on to the facility will lead to fiscal prudence.
Access would not only support our climate resilience building strategy, but also potentially save Jamaica approximately $35 million per year over 20 years in interest costs, as against accessing financing in capital markets using our current average blended market borrowing costs as a comparison, even before we consider that market interest rates may rise further.
A staff-level agreement has also been reached for a $967 million facility through the Precautionary and Liquidity Line.
Precautionary Liquidity Line is an instrument of the International Monetary Fund for countries with strong economic fundamentals. And Jamaica's qualification for this credit line is a signal of our economic strength and stability. These arrangements will not interfere with our already planned programs and activities. It is and will be business as usual, with the additional ability to access financing if the global outlook worsens.
The IMF board will consider approval of these requests early next year. Dr. Clark says while local foreign exchange reserves remain robust at more than $4 billion, access to these facilities will give Jamaica good fiscal leverage. The Jamaican authorities and a team from the IMF met from December 5 to 15 to consider access to these programs and carry out the 2022 A4 consultation. This also showed that Jamaica is doing well from a fiscal standpoint. The IMF says the authorities continue to improve their policy framework, and the reforms to the public sector rate structure and other initiatives will aid the fixing of some shortcomings. Javon Keys, TVJ News.